Hi there, I'm Megan and I go by Solar Glow Meditations. Tonight we're going to have a Dowsing Rod session where I will be asking questions that you guys have submitted via the Google form. In the description box, I'll link below. So if you guys have questions you want me to ask, if you could put it in that form, that would help me a ton. My backlog always seems to be about 16,000 questions, so it really helps keep me organized because that's a lot of copy pasting if I'm grabbing them from comments. So yeah, before we get started, a couple caveats. The future is not set in stone. It will absolutely change. This is just the most likely outcome right now, based on what we know about the future. So, and that is primarily because free will exists. If you guys want to change the future, you absolutely can. You just have to change your actions or intentions or whatever it is that you're seeking. Other caveat, I am not a medical professional. If you guys have questions medically, you should consult your doctor before making decisions. And in this case, this is for entertainment purposes only for that. So take these things with a grain of salt. So yeah, let's get into it and figure out who we're talking to tonight. Alrighty, if you're with me and willing to answer some questions, could you cross the rods for yes? Thank you. Could you open wide for no? Thank you. Could you point to the direction of your energy? Ah, thank you. Am I speaking with an ascended master tonight? Yes, thank you. Am I speaking with Jesus? No, thank you. Am I speaking with Buddha? No, thank you. Am I speaking with a feminine energy? Let's try this again. Am I speaking with a feminine energy? Yes, thank you. Am I speaking with Mary? No, thank you. How about Lilith? Oh, hey, Lilith. Thanks for coming back. Haven't seen you for a minute, so alrighty, let's get into the questions. Was Mount Everest scaled in 1924? Yes, thank you. Was Xavier Dupont de Ligonche, is he still alive? No, thank you. Was he also murdered? Yes, thank you. Is the obesity epidemic strongly correlated to undiagnosed food allergies? No, thank you. Did bloodletting used to work because of the law of assumption? No, thank you. Do skeptics use the law of assumption to cut themselves off from experiencing the supernatural? Yes, thank you. Does water have memory? Yes, thank you. Are horses sacred and divine beings? Yes, thank you. Are hungry ghosts real? No answer. Are there ghosts that feed off of the suffering of humans? No answer. Are there entities that feed off human energy that are suffering? Yes, thank you. Is it possible to cut those entities off just by telling them that they're not allowed to anymore? Yes, thank you. Will the meek actually inherit the world? No answer. Is the world able to be inherited? No, thank you. When Jesus said it's easier to fit a camel through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven, was he saying that the mindset required for accumulation of wealth vibrates at a lower frequency than what is necessary for them to experience heaven? Yes, thank you. Was methamphetamine created with the intention to dull spiritual potential of humanity? No, thank you. Was meth made with the intent of gathering wealth? Yes, thank you. Was the fentanyl crisis caused with active intent to dull the spiritual progress of humanity? No, thank you. Was fentanyl also created with the intent to build wealth? Yes, thank you. Will the war in Sudan stop in 2024? No, thank you. Will the war in Sudan ever stop? Yes, thank you. Is it possible for a human to experience an inside view of an ancient deity? Yes, thank you. Is the weather naturally occurring anymore? No, thank you. Um, is the weather actively being managed? Yes, thank you. Interesting. Do the lines in our hands reveal the same information as our astrological charts? No, thank you. Is more than 50% of the population of Earth originally from the Capella system? Yes, thank you. Interesting. Um, can we all be happy, proper, and abundant in our existences here? Yes, thank you. Can our auras change colors? Yes, thank you. Will the human civilization ever become matriarchal? Yes, thank you. Did Jesus know yoga? Yes, thank you. Will ETs be proven to be around by announcing themselves to the world in the next few years? Yes, thank you. Can you change your contract on how you decided to die and depart from Earth? No answer. Is how you die part of your soul contract? No, thank you. Is it more about when you die? Yes, thank you. Is the Bible based on astrology? No, thank you. Are our iPhones capable of reading our minds? Going with kind of a slow no. Are our phones really good at reading our minds because of the data that we input into our phones? Yes, thank you. Is Bashar real? Yes, thank you. Is deja vu someone remembering a part of their life that they planned out before incarnating? Yes, thank you. Is it possible for someone not to dream? Yes, thank you. Is the first chapter of Genesis about the first 6 days in the womb after conception? Yes, thank you. Is the breaking of the cycle of life and death, or samsara, actually possible? Yes, thank you. Are there undiscovered river monsters in the Columbia River? No, thank goodness. Thank you. Can spirits have romantic relationships? Yes, thank you. Is marriage, love, and sex part of the afterlife? Yes, thank you. Is it more about an energetic connection? Yes, thank you. Do humans in their afterlife have a physical shape? Yes, thank you. Are we able to take on different forms in the afterlife? Yes, thank you. Can great aliens see those who have passed on, such as ghosts? Yes, thank you. Can great aliens or any aliens freeze time as depicted in the show Resident Alien? Yes, thank you. Interesting. Are shadow people real? Yes, thank you. Can shadow people affect us negatively? Yes, thank you. Can shadow people ever have good intentions or be benevolent? Yes, thank you. Do some pets actually remember their past human lives? Yes, thank you. Uh, does Bigfoot use mind speak to communicate with humans? Yes, thank you. Are most Bigfoot entities friendly to humans? Yes, thank you. Is Bigfoot interdimensional? Yes, thank you. Is the solidified or concrete looking angel uncovered in Russia a real angel? Yes, thank you. Is Dogman the same as a cynocephaly? No, thank you. Are there different types of dogmen? Yes, thank you. Are some dogmen created or modified by government or shadow entities? No, thank you. Do the pyramids of Giza require the Nile River to function? Yes, thank you. Interesting. Did the government create or try to create super soldiers? No, thank you. Was 1,000 years added to our timelines when the calendars changed? Yes, thank you. Did the Sandy Hook, excuse me, did the Sandy Hook shooting happen? Yes, thank you. Did the Sandy Hook shooting happen as the media claimed it did? Yes, thank you. Has the media or higher ups faked any mass shootings in the last 10 years? No, thank you. Are demonic cats related? Excuse me. Are domestic cats related to reptilians? No, thank you. Just for kicks, are demonic cats related to reptilians? Yes. Interesting. So domestic cats and demonic cats are not the same, is that correct? Yes, thank you. Was Matthew Perry murdered? No, thank you. Was he killed by the Illuminati? No, thank you. Can a spirit possess you without your permission? No, thank you. Is eating meat okay for humans? Yes, thank you. Have certain experiments merged or impacted our timeline with others? Yes, thank you. Are there really NPCs among us? No, thank you. Will some people be NPCs to you because you'll never interact with them? Yes, thank you. Is the theory presented by Graham Hancock in Netflix's Ancient Apocalypse true? No, thank you. Are the I Am discourses by Saint Germain accurate? Yes, thank you. Can we achieve absolute fulfillment, pure satisfaction, and endless unconditional love towards anything and anyone without the use of drugs? Yes, thank you. Does God approve of the unification of Catholic and Orthodoxes in one Christian church? Yes, thank you. Does God care? No, thank you. Is Romania the garden of the Virgin Mary, the Holy Mother of Christ? No, thank you. Does the Ark of the Covenant still exist? Yes, thank you. Can people swap destinies with you? No, thank you. Is the Holy Grail spiritual rather than an object? No answer. Is the Holy Grail a physical object? No answer. Interesting. Is the Holy Grail a spiritual object? Yes, thank you. Can the Holy Grail be a physical object? No, thank you. Are there shapeshifters among us? Yes, thank you. Can black seed oil cure everything? No, thank you. Is there one plant in existence that can cure everything? No, thank you. Are there any descendants of Jesus still alive? Yes, thank you. Will there be a financial depression in Europe in the next 3 years? No, thank you. Did the Knights Templar take the Ark of the Covenant and the Holy Grail? Yes, thank you. Do they still have possession of these two things? No, thank you. Is it possible that your partner in this life was the same in other previous lives? Yes, thank you. Will your deceased will your deceased pets be waiting for you when you die? Yes, thank you. Is it possible to see or know your next life through your dreams? Yes, thank you. Was Roger Rabbit actually framed? No, thank you. Did the Ring of Solomon have the power to control the supernatural? Yes, thank you. Will Baron Trump try to save America? No, thank you. Is Baron Trump a time traveler? Yes, thank you. Did Baron Trump write those books that were out of the early 1900s? Kind of a slow yes. Interesting. Thank you. Are there any people in the White House and Congress who are shapeshifters? Yes, thank you. Do saints intercede on our behalf? Yes, thank you. Does Santa Muerta grant miracles? Yes, thank you. Alrighty, that is all the questions that I have for this session. If you guys have more, please feel free to submit them in that link in the description box. And otherwise, I will catch you guys next time. Have a good one.